Hey, welcome back to Score on Business, and we're still with Mila Grigg. So, Mila, it sounds like you run into a lot of people and companies who are not doing what they need to do on social media. Could you talk maybe a little bit about when, if somebody is about using social media for B2B and using social media for B2C?
Sure. So the thing to remember, if you're watching this and you're thinking social media, yuck, right?
Yeah.
The thing to remember is I get it. I understand where you're coming from. I'm married to a boomer. I'm an older Xer. I get that has changed, and you're going, do I really need it? The answer is yes, and I'm so passionate about it because I hate when people or companies are missed. How are you, if you're not putting it out there, and if you're not sharing the story, and if you're not doing it in a storytelling way, right? If you don't know how to share your value without just walking into a room saying, I'm the best ever, no one believes you, but if you give examples and share stories about why, people listen to that stuff. You need to use the tools that are out there for you. Most companies that we audit, they might be on social media. They might actually have used it in the past or post every once in a while, but they're not posting as much as they should, or they're not targeting their audience. Or even more so, say you have a company that is selling a widget, right? You have to be able to go, okay, who is my target audience? Most companies, corporations, associations even, are very vanilla when it comes to the information they put out. So they send out information and they want to capture as many people as possible. Most of the people that they're trying to capture just don't care. So they're marketing a lot of content, but they need to start marketing and doing social media context. The context wins. So let's say I'm trying to market to companies all around Nashville, around the world, really, right? So if I want to go, hey, realtors, you have to say that word right or someone will get you. Realtors, hey, you guys are failing, but you're not getting your story out. Or hey, accounting firm, I mean, you guys used to have a really strong brand, but your founder has now stepped away, and your brand is starting to falter because of that person's connections. Man, I will go, my social media has changed from, hey guys, here's a great story, to, hey, realtors, this is what you need to know. Hey, accountants, you guys need to know this. Hey, banks, this is what you need to see and what you need to be aware of.
Yeah. You know, and in line with that, all the social media isn't the same. And one thing that I've kind of learned is with Facebook, if you're going after the young market, that's not where they are now.
No.
You know, they're on Instagram and Snapchat and I'm sure there's other ones that'll be here before you know it. So
That's right.
You have to be aware.
Yeah.
Another thing, the advertising can just be so expensive.
Right.
If that's what you're doing, Google and Facebook, man, they're expensive. And you want to make sure to find the one that's gonna, if you're spending advertising dollars, that's gonna deliver for you.
Well, that's true, but most people they don't get that right now. Before the big, huge conglomerates decide to put all their money into social media, you have to do it now. So eventually everyone's gonna be putting money into social media and you're going to be priced out. Right now you can spend $500 and get 80 billion people to see your stuff. Soon you're going to spend $80 billion to get 5 people. So what I always tell people is you have to know what platforms work for you. If you're just on one platform, that's just bad. I mean, you're going to eventually fail. You have to use them all. You have to know what the platforms are used for. Don't count Facebook out. It might make its way back in. You just never know. So you have to share the right content on the right platforms and share different content on different platforms to capture different audiences. So you really have to segment out your audience. But you must know that if you're not doing a LinkedIn ad, if I want one person at one company to see what I'm doing, I can do a LinkedIn ad to get to that one person. And I can spend a little bit of money. In 5 years, I will have to spend all of my marketing budget for that one ad. Like, get in it right now. There are people who talk about this stuff all the time and who are the experts. One of them is Gary Vaynerchuk, and he always says this is the golden era. Get in now or you will be priced out of the market. You must know these things or failure will eventually come. So know your market, know what platforms are being used, and be ahead of the curve. Right now we're trying to help companies to help really set themselves up for, hey Google, who's the best attorney? Hey Google, who's the best realtor in Brentwood? Hey Google, what's the best accounting firm for this kind of business? And you're going to have one answer from Google. How do you get yourself there? And if you're not that one, how do you build a brand strong enough to compete? It's very hard.
So is it known yet how Alexa is going to get that answer?
They're working. I mean, it's a long answer, but it's going to happen here sooner than you think. Yeah, I think technology is changing so fast, and marketing plans are so old that very few times have I run into a company that has a marketing plan that's updated to the 2020 to 2025 marketing realm.
Right.
And it's very hard. So I think it'll happen sooner than, hopefully we can look back at this video and say she was right.
Yeah.
But it's going to happen sooner than we think.
I bet you're right, though. I think there's probably enough things.
Evidence,
so, yeah. So real quickly, let's see, what can we touch back?
Maybe first steps.
Yeah, first steps.
What do you do? Right? So if you have a personal brand, do the value statements, and then understand that when you build your own personal brand, what goes underneath that? What are the pillars? So emotional intelligence is a big one. If you're building a personal brand and you're an executive and you don't read, you're sunk. You have to keep reading. Your brand has to grow. You have to have self-awareness. EI 2.0 is a great book. Principles by Ray Dalio is a great book. You have to have principles. You have to know how to communicate. You must know what people think about you.
Hey, we are out of time.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Thank you so much,
it's my
Mila,
pleasure.
for being here. And ladies and gents, we will see you next week. Bye now.